welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, remember to hit that subscribe button, also the notification bell. Thank you so much for your beautiful comments, likes, shares, subscribes. I really appreciate it. It gives me, as it grows, I can bring more and more out for you. This channel is all about learning, growth, clarification, confirmation within ourselves, okay, so that we can grow and understand our lessons and transform. Now, we are going to do a reading today because I'm going to cover it on a few different levels. So please take what resonates, what doesn't. Look, you know, you can learn something through the energy of what we're saying. So sometimes an example is about giving you the energy that you need to understand. I had a question from a few people and they want me to explain more about the twin flame now journey. Now, I'm going to add into that higher divine counterpart, you know, higher divine soulmates and things like that, because not everyone is with their twin, but we're going to kind of do some more in-depth explanation about that. And the question was, why do our twins end up with their false twins? So I'm going to explain about false twins, true twins, the journey in that the best I can. Whenever you go into twin flame energy, guys, it gets heavy, stark, hard, really deep and heavy to be in. So I'm going to touch on that for you and try and answer that, but I'm also going to, you know, refer it to soulmates, higher divine souls, purposes, paths, partnerships, because you don't have to be in a twin energy. I don't like labels, to be honest. I really don't. But let's explain all of that because, and the reason I'm going to go into that side as well is because there are a lot of endings in relationships. There is a lot of regret at the moment. We had all the Mercury retrograde energies, planets, I think there was 7 or 9, going backwards into deep, you know, contemplation. So it's the universe putting you back into review what you did, what you chose, what you grow, where you grew, where you didn't grow, the lessons, and to see something a different way. So in a more in-depth way within yourself, which then reflects your outer world. This is going to be a long video, guys. I can feel it right now. You may also see some crystals around. I've done a massive crystal and crystal bowl shop. I'll be putting different pieces up because they're really unique pieces. They're not just pieces you can get from anywhere. So I'll be displaying them a little bit. I've had a ball, but let's get back into it. So we're going to explain that because there's a lot of timeline endings, a lot of relationship endings, and relationships can be any and all relationships. They're relationships with ourselves, with our community, with friends, groups, family, I mean everywhere. Relationships within yourself. Deep exploration is what Spirit said this reading is going to be about. It's so yeah, we're just open the deck. We've got the King of Cups here, so that, you know, deep spirituality and where you need to step up and step in. Because remember, masculine energy, male or female, is about stepping into your truth, bossing up, stepping into your authenticity, the spiritual understanding, the higher perspective, the connection. And this person's in conflict. Now that could be inner outer conflict, and it's also conflict in your world right now, I just heard Spirit say. So there's a lot of karmic cycles endings, a lot of which are lessons. There are lessons of growth that we needed to do and learn, and we're going to go into the depths of that. Alrighty, so what Spirit, how do I've been getting a lot of downloads on this person's question, so I'm try and piece it together as much as I can. But let's talk about Spirit's leading me or pushing me to the false twin or the false soulmate or the false higher divine partnership or path or union, you know, when we go into that energy, or when they do. Okay, this could be you experiencing this, vice versa. For starters, you're always mirroring a twin and other soulmates as well. You know, we are a reflection of our vibrational frequency and level, our lessons that we need to learn, and also our, you know, growth potential, and where we're unwilling to change. Spirit keeps saying this is about where someone's unwilling to change or was. So what happens is There's going to be a lot of throat stuff happening in this. Every time I do a twin flame reading, the throat plays up. All right, because we have a lot of unresolved things that we can't say or do, because your twin is a deep reflection. So when you meet your twin, it's like, you know, when you hold up a crystal and you're like, oh my God, the purity, the clarity of the connection, the frequency of the mirroring. Okay, now you can have that in a twin, but we're going to talk about that. You can have that in a karmic as well. You can have that in a soulmate lesson relationship where you reflect, but that's a lower vibration. And it's funny, I've got this beautiful smoky, and one's smoky and one end is really, really clear. So it's interesting. It's actually right down the middle. I just realized that as I said that. So there you go. So what happens here is, our whole soul journey is about, you know, meeting and experiencing people. So Spirit said, if you've had a twin flame union come in, you would have a very high spiritual path to follow. Okay, not everyone is a twin, and I've talked about the 3D twins and the 5D twins, and you know, the higher vibrational twins, and we're not all twins. So but anyway, it will be a direct reflection of who you are. So it's like meeting yourself. Now, your twin holds you in your highest light of your truth. And your twin is authentic with you in their truth, will reflect and mirror your triggers, your traumas. They're like your... you know, they hold you accountable to challenge, to change. They see the aspects within you that need to be developed. So what happens is, one of the twins, there's usually one that's more advanced, more mature, you know, all that type of thing, because, and we reflect, okay? You get this in every twin union, okay? So one's more in their shadow, one's more in the light, or more advanced within their maturity and immaturity. We do get this a lot. So what happens is, you know, you hold your twin up in this light, in this clarity, right? And when we're in that, you have to step forward and break through to next levels within yourself, because your twin's job is to hold you and put you in full self-love of yourself, and vice versa, and your union, and you work together like that. So your twin will bring up traumas, triggers, shadows, the chinks in your armor. And with immaturity or lack of spiritual growth, or where we're stuck, our shadow, our addictions, our traumas, our childhood woundings, all of that, it's sort of like your twin holds you accountable for your path, for your growth, for your spiritual growth and direction. It is pulling you. But one of the twins, or one of the soulmates, or one of, you know, let's just stick with the twin, saw that as you being nasty, as you pointing out their flaws, as you, it's like a mother energy. You are mothering them, or they see the beauty. Okay, the mother energy means this: loving, connected, nurturing, loyal, truthful. You are really truthful with this person, which is the highest vibrational level of love. You are helping them step in, boss up, make the changes. You offered them the opportunity and the support there. They took that in a negative way, because they were all the ways they couldn't move forward. They didn't want to. So when the false twin comes in, or karmic, or whatever you want to call them, which is why we have a lot of splits in higher divine unions, is because the karmics come in and they're the perfection, they're the dream girl that feeds their ego. They're the false you. They mimic you. They see everything in this karmic that they don't see in you. They're only seeing the shadow side of you, because you're holding them up to the light, and vice versa. So what happens is they get triggered and you look like the negative one. And Spirit does this on purpose. Universe says, okay, you can't discern or move through these challenges. So we'll move the reflection of the light of the universe. So we'll make the karmic look great and you don't look so great. It's like when the sun shifts and you see something from a different angle. So now you're looking all, crony and like my mother, and you're not nice, and you're challenging me, and you're not seeing me for this beautiful king god that I am. And you hold them accountable. So you're drawing boundaries, lines, you're trying to put them into their values of who they are. Not your values, not values in general, the values and the authenticity within who they are, okay? So you're kind of getting them to make corrections and changes within themselves, which is like the mother figure in the shadow negative side. Okay, so the karmics look great. They're fun. They tell me, everything I want to hear about myself. And karmics are very clever at this. They come in and highlight. So this has worked in two ways. Spirit says, okay, you don't get it, you don't understand, you're not making these changes within yourself, you're not stepping up, you're not, reflecting in your twin, seeing the light. So, okay, step back. When I hold this up, your twin, it's like looking through a beautiful prism of light. Now, a mature person will see that as, oh my God, this is rare, this is special. I'm going to move through levels within myself, these challenges that I have, these toxic traumas, these challenges within myself that I've been unable to do. My twin comes in and if you're mature, you see that as a good thing. Immaturity, an unevolved twin, shadow, lower vibrational, sees that as the more toxic, your competition, you're being competitive with me, you're making me do things, you're bossing, you're controlling, you're trying to take, whatever. And the universe reflects and changes this and says, okay, you can't see this rare connection, this rare clarity, this opportunity, because a mature person would go, oh my God, this is a rare find. And this person's in full truth and love and support of me, even though they're challenging me. So they run back to the lower frequency. And this is where the karmics, it's like taking candy off a baby, because the karmics come in, they mimic you, they present the qualities, it's all lies, they tell lies, they're more the shadow side, they hold them in, and in everything they already were, before the growth, before the activation of their growth when meeting their twin, their true twin. So that the karmic holds them in their old toxic ways, or their old toxic them, or their vibrational frequency of no growth, no change. And then they feel that I'm a king, I'm a god, I've got my dream girl, my perfection girl, she's everything in you. It's like they flipped it because of the switch of the universal light, that they changed the reflection. The universe does this to put them back in a karmic cycle to learn their lesson. So you couldn't make decisions, you couldn't make the right choices, you couldn't challenge yourself, you couldn't grow, you couldn't take this opportunity. So you went for your desires, your passions, your lusts. You went for people that fed your ego, that held you in what you were, where you felt in control and like a king. So there's the false emperor, the false king, and this is what's happened. It's all breaking down now. They're realizing they're with a false person. They're realizing they have really mucked things up and had things switched around. This is from a childhood trauma, which we'll get into. But what happens here is, So they go for where feeds their immaturity chooses because they tell them what they want to hear. They blow up their ego. You know, they get their dream girl, everything glitters the gold. They don't make the changes. They really stay where they are. And this karmic knows they're not good, but they can see that because this person was sort of wounded over here in their truth, in the light, and triggered to change, the karmic sees this and utilizes this, and they look like the nice one. They look like, you know, and really they're the worst archetype of a feminine or masculine that you can get. They're needy, codependent, insecure. They lie, they entrap, they put on a false front. They lie about who they are. They wear a mask, but they become everything this masculine or feminine wants to be in that frequency of unchanged. So they feel really, it's all about approval. That's what Spirit said. It's all about approval. So this karmic comes in acting just absolutely like the goddess on earth, or God on earth, male or female, and this is how they mixed stuff up. So that it's heart over head. You know, their heart was telling them, this is my divine counterpart, this is my twin, this is my true twin, this is where I need to level up, okay? This is where my heart is activated, and all the corrections I need to make within myself to move forward into this higher energy. But the karmic falsified and made it look like they were making all the corrections through the karmic or the false twin, let's call it. Okay, so now they're in, everything's falling apart. There's towers because all these timelines and all these things are ending. I feel like I've missed a bit and Spirit's just holding me up. Yeah, look, oh my God, bottom of the deck, I just picked it up. See, burdens, releasing towers. Now spirits are reflecting it back, saying, no, you couldn't see it. You didn't want to be held in that higher light. You wanted to go back here and feel like a king or a queen. So we've put you in that. What's happened is, though, that always comes to an end. And now they're entrapped, they're stuck, they're blocked. Everything you tried to tell them, you were an idiot. All the traits that you had, they saw in the karmic, and all the traits that the karmic was falsifying were actually in you, and they've actually realized this. They've realized this is not a good person for me, or not a good person. They've realized now where I'm going into my north node, this person doesn't fit, because now I've grown and outgrown, and now I'm stepping through. So they're mourning the past. They were taken into their dark night of the soul, because Spirit said, now you were being held, you are now being held when you go back into trauma, in your toxic, unhealed ways, where you're unhinged, where you won't challenge, where you weren't making wise choices, where you were not aligned in your true values. Because remember, when you're held up with your true twin, they really pull and shine through in your values of who you are. And this person ran because they hadn't done their healing or trauma in that. Hadn't healed their traumas or triggers in that, and they weren't willing to grow. So, and they can have karmic attachments, family members, all of the rest, where, they've really worked out somehow. And the other thing I'm getting here is Spirit really is, I don't want to use, really showing them how childish they were. It's like Spirit wants to give me an example for some reason. You know when a parent reprimands a child and the child doesn't like it, their ego gets hurt. They're like, I don't like my mum or my dad. They said this about me, and they made me do something I didn't want to do. And that's the energy I'm talking about. This person went into this childlike, they acted like a king and an emperor, but they went back into a childlike frequency. And this naughty one over here, she held me accountable. She made me step up. It's that really deep, nearly spoiled brat child, you know, you're not going to tell me what to do, and how mean, you know, shining a light on me, you know, that they did not like that. Now, a mature person would go, oh my God, I need to make some changes here, and I need to step into manhood, womanhood, or emperorhood, or empresshood, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's the energy of it. So, and Spirit said also on this person's thinking and belief system. So this person, to be honest, there was a cognitive dissonance here. So, you know, their heart was saying one thing, their head was saying another. Their head was saying, you were evil, you were nasty, you were mean to me, you said all these horrible things, but their heart knew deep down it was a truth. So they've acted like a child, okay, and they weren't ready, and they went, and whereas the karmic came in and stroked them and said, oh no, and you're a god, and you know, you're this, and you know, all of this, and made them feel powerful and in control and so they, and this is the thing too that Spirit also wants you to reflect when Spirit sends you back into a karmic lesson. It's because you were being too strategic with the universe, with everyone and everything. You were being too militant, too controlling. And this is a big lesson for everyone, not just twins, not just relationships within ourselves. You know, I give readings all the time, and the universe gives this information. The people then take that and become controlling and militant. Oh no, I'm not leaving till then. Oh no, my child's got to finish school. Oh no, and they start to get controlling and militant. And Spirit says, okay, you want to be controlling and militant? We'll send you into that. We'll send you into that relationship, lifestyle, vibrational frequency. You go and be strategic and militant against the universe and see what happens. And there's the 3D living. You know, what they value is material objects, how they look, being approved of, you know, all of these lower false masks. And then we hit this stage or this day or this timeline where Spirit just blows it all up, and you find everything comes crashing down at once. You know, everything happens at once. And there's the reflection. Spirit's moving. You know how the sun and the moon move round the you know, orbits round, and we have reflection of light. So it's like that reflection goes back, and now you're seeing, oh my God, now I'm fully, deeply aware, because Spirit's shone the light here, back here, and said, this is what you wanted, to be controlling, militant, tell the universe how you plan this and how you want to do. So Spirit said, and this leads to the deep inner trauma of the childhood. Now we have many, and we also have, but there's something about being rebellious, doing it my way. So controlling, you know, manipulative, militant, strategic. I'm going to do it how I'm going to do it. And Spirit even gave this person outs, you know, to come back to you, boss up into their free will. But now they've actually also took it away from them. So they even gave them a few opportunities to challenge them when they were in this or doing this, but they wouldn't take it. They didn't take it. Their ego, their pride stood too much. So in that, and that's why they made a bad choice, and that's why they had to learn that lesson. And we've all done that, guys. This is not about pointing the finger and blaming. This is about understanding the true spiritual depths. When you step into higher twin flame unions, higher divine contracts, higher divine soulmates, higher divine life partnerships, because this is now what we're going through, this massive alignment into our future, into who you said or what you said you'd come here to do and be. And now what is, you are just thrown into the depths, or those people, and we can all relate to this on some level, back into the truth, the highest light of that truth within you, and your true values. And they want you to sit in it and see where you blocked it, where you allowed others to block it, and where you kept yourself stuck and entrapped, lied to, and allowed people, the community, people, connections. It's like when I'll go where people praise me. I'll go where people challenge me, but in a really toxic way. So toxic challenge is partying, drinking, fighting. I love you because we fight so much, and it's on and it's off and it's back together and it's off and it's on and it's on and it's off. And that's toxic love, okay? Or toxic friendship. You make me feel like a big boss because you're so codependent, needy, chaotic, traumatic. You trigger we trauma bond. That's lower frequency. That's the devil card. That's lower frequency. And that is what you get put back into when you will not face your challenges, okay? Or face the next steps of your life. And this makes you feel good. This made you feel like a big boss or big girl, boy, boss, whatever. And it's a false, it's an ego, it's a false out in the big world. It's like that saying, you're a big fish in a small pond, and then you can be a little fish in a big pond. And that's not about what you do, that's energy. So over here you felt like a big fish in a little pond. Over here, in stepping into your true self, you're challenging yourself, moving into your highest potential, which is what your twin's supposed to do, okay? And be able to like equally say to you, well, no, or say no to you. I love you, but I'm not going to stroke your ego here so that you love me. A twin won't do that to you, or a higher divine counterpart. They are wanting you to grow through you, okay? And whereas the others, they pander, they cater. And there's the false. And that's how you felt good and big and like a leader. And spirits now change the light direction and like reflection back, now highlighting this to you or them. All of us are involved. And now we're seeing, the higher clarity side of the situation. This person wasn't mean. It's like when you're like, mum and dad weren't mean. They were just making me, or my twin or my higher divine counterpart, they were holding me in my truth because they saw my full potential. They loved me on such a level, on such a deep truth level. It wasn't about them, it was about me. This is about ego me over here in toxic. This is ego me. This is making it about me physically. Satisfying me sexually or material, or I look good, or I'm feeling approved of, and you look really good, and all it glitters is gold. This is real truth of love and really deep love, where they take you into your heart and elevate you to, they won't allow, it's like that friend that will not allow you to misbehave. Will say, hey, enough. We've had our fun. Pull your head in, now get back to being the best you can be. Like, it's not that you're not allowed to have fun and all this sort of stuff and grow and expand and be, adventurous and sexually adventurous, whatever you want to do. But they will put limits and boundaries on you. They will hold you in stability of you. This over here takes you into karmic, toxic, tornado tower. But they saw that the other way, basically. Yeah, they did. Upside down. They saw it the wrong way. See? Upside down now. Yeah. So, wish fulfillment and all that was overflowing with abundance and their perfection, dream, girl, boy, whoever situation was all deceit, deception, trickery, sabotage. And they were a part of their own sabotage. That's what spirit does now. And when you meet a higher divine partnership, I don't care what the label is, or purpose or path, spirit will really test you, particularly if you're with higher divine purposes, paths, or counterparts. They won't let you step into that while you haven't sorted this out. And that was the immaturity. This person did not have the maturity to discern between the two. And I feel the other person saw that. So the other person that they deemed as a bitch, or the other male one, or, you know, a male, female, that, or not a good person, or controlling, or, you know, you triggered their childhood mother issues, basically. And that's why they saw these negative traits in you and the positive traits in the karma, because they were in the childhood, they were in the immaturity. Now they've been forced to boss up, because now they've got that much chaos, drama, endings, deceit, deception, trickery, and they thought that was their wish fulfillment. They did. And look, now we've got the Ten of Swords. See, I cannot make it up. Lessons. They were put into lessons. Absolute lessons. Harsh lessons. They're going through it. But Spirit said, well, you would not grow. You would not, and you had not to lie, but this person had a bit of a God complex, you know, because, oh, I know what they're trying to say. Excuse me. See, when you're held up, sorry guys, really thirsty. When you're held up, so when you're twin, or you meet your higher divine counterpart, right, or path or purpose or person that puts you into that, they hold you up like in this clarity, right? Oh, I've lost what I was going to say. Oh, damn, it went. Oh, it'll come back in a minute. Oh, it's gone, guys. See, when I channel, it goes. It's all right. It'll come back. I'll leave it for now. So they're really looking back. Yeah, see, fated judgment. Yeah, on wish fulfillment, star alignment. See, they put out in the cold. Yeah, see, they went, and that's under the Ten of Swords. Yeah, the devil out in the cold. They also, you know, they they're in deep despair, because there is a judgment now. There is fate and judgment. You know, their Ten of Cups, you know, and it's wish fulfillment. They also put out in the cold, and they were terrible. They were horrible. They you know, they've actually been put into deep reflection of how they treated you, or just, and how they behaved, and how and why, Spirit said more importantly, how and why they made their decisions. I wish I could remember that next bit, because that I just forgot, because it's come up twice and it's really important. Spirit won't let you move forward like spiritually, in your gifts, in your talents, in your purpose, in your wealth, in your prosperity, and your abundance, if you're in that energy. If you haven't learned that lesson, and you can't discern and boss up and be in control of your own free will, and, you know, in control of your ego. This person was not in control of their ego. So Spirit will put you in public shame, and this is what this person has been going through and is now experiencing as well. So what happens when we go through these shifts and these reflections? So imagine shining a bright light here, this looks wonderful, and then it all revolves around, and then now it's shining beautiful over here, and that's all dark and shadowy. Basically it's that, okay? That's where the karmics trick and the 12 twins trick and all of this. So it's a bit like what you used to like, you don't like type thing. Yeah, magician work, didn't see it, now they're in the Nine of Swords and healing. Okay, so magician is, can be a lot of things. There could have been some spell work here, spell work's manipulation, spell work, energy work, witch work, all of that. But basically they couldn't see it. It was self-imposed restriction. They now know it, and they're in the healing of that. So Spirit has put them in their own, they feel humiliated. They're going through shame, humiliation, how they behaved and all the rest, but they're also getting this public humiliation. And it's bizarre. It's a weird energy because you know when you walk around and you think you're looking good, but actually you're not. And it's like where this person's heading into their future, or you know, whether it's a business or love, or just out in the community, or how they want to be seen. It's now their partner that they chose to be with, their false karmic or false twin, or their karmic or their false twin, or this false person. They're embarrassing them publicly, and I think for some of you that's physically, like there seems like a lot of chaos, a lot of betrayal, a lot of shadowy, dark, you know, things here. And they're recognizing this person as an imposter and a fake, but so are others. And this is the shame, this is the humiliation, because they've realized this affects me on so many levels. It's like, what would be an example of that so I can explain the energy, Spirit? It's like if you were, I don't know, look, I don't know how to explain this, but let's pretend you wanted to live a really spiritual, healthy, aligned, truthful, loving, caring, life, values, and you wanted the community to see you in that light. Let's pretend, that's just a silly example, but let's pretend, right? And you go home to someone where there's fighting, yelling, arguing, smashing things, they're toxic, they're drunk, there's partying, there's sexcapades, it's like people, it's like when you're, I've been in it myself, we've all experienced it. It's like, and this is what they've realized, everybody can see a fake exterior in this person. This has happened to me. This has actually happened to me. I went somewhere, let's go 20, 30 years ago, like going right back, right? Just an example. I went somewhere for like a healing or something, or, you know, I don't know. It was a healing reading. I don't know. It was some therapy or something. And when I met this person or knew of this person, you know, they were beautiful, lovely, like they were very whatever. They were authentic in what they were in. All right, they were authentic in what they were in. They were in, you know. But when I went to when I sort of met who they were working with, or I don't know whether it was I'm only going to use different examples. I'm not saying this was the situation. Let's pretend their workers or their partner or their home or their environment or how they were living was that it just didn't match. It didn't match. And that's what people are seeing now in this person and in their choice. It's like picking a drinker when you're an alcoholic, but you're trying to get clean. It's like, that was but no, Spirit wanted me to say it. I said, that was really hard. No, it's an example. It's like, okay, you're trying to get clean, I don't know in what way, whatever way, healthy. Let's say you want to get healthy and they eat nothing but junk food and party and drink and drugs and rock and roll. I don't know. Not rock and roll now. You know what I mean? Gangster. Who plays rock and roll with gangster? I don't know how else to explain it at the moment, guys, but I think you get the drift. And we're all a mix of everything. It's not saying you can't do this if you have this, but it's such a split. It's such a different. It's like when you're with someone and you're like, how is that their partner? That doesn't match. Look, people can see it. People can see the fakeness, and so can they. And this is why it's all falling apart as well. It's not just because they're realizing this affects them on every level. A strange union. Spirit wants me to use the word. They look at this situation, even though they might be the same age, this, that, group, association, they're like, this is a strange union. Something doesn't match here. You can tell when someone's picked someone just through codependency or ego, or something's off. Look. They're being held accountable, Emperor. The Emperor's now being held accountable. Justice is commitment and higher contracts, karmic contracts, choices and higher contracts. Look at this. The Akashic records, the High Priestess, the truth's out. The is out and people are seeing it. They're calling it. And their truth's out about the true past life love. Yeah, they want a new beginning, but they know you'll be guarded, or you will be, you know, you could be like, go kick rocks. You know, I don't know. See, you are the Queen of Cups. See, you are. Oh my God. They saw you as like the devil, as the mother, as the trauma, as the, you think you're better, competitive, you're just, you know, more than me. No, now they're realizing you were the Queen of Cups. They want to give, they want to come in, they've reviewed it all, they see it in a different light, and that's the fated wheel of change. They want to take fast action. The World card, see, reset. See, this is the problem. This is the problem that's happening to everyone right now, and you can place this wherever you need to. The problem is Spirit's sending us off with all of our information. That's why we've been put into this. Everyone's been put in this to reflect who they are, what they've been doing, all of the above. So because the reset of the cycles and the paradigms, and it came out of nowhere. See, they've had to reevaluate where they were blocking, guarding, arrogant, ignorant, stuck, stubborn, strategic, militant, controlling, and there's a death. Sun card on the death card. Yeah, where they didn't want to see it, where they stayed stuck, strapped. Maybe they were strapped to a chair. See, moving forward, the Chariot is an energy. It's a major arcana, and it's pushing them forward. See, where they didn't want to see it, where they didn't want to look, any moon work, any illusion, delusion, spell work, keeping them entrapment. They're moving through it. And they really have to look. They really have to look at what they left behind. They were focused on this one empty cup. This one empty cup, they're in regret, they thought that was the perfection person, dream girl, dream boy, and they did not see these other cups around them and behind them. It didn't matter what you did. It didn't matter what you said. It didn't matter what you tried to say to them. They blew you off. They blew you off. They believed everything this other person said. Yeah, see, King of Cups, King of Wands, they didn't move forward, and they don't know how to move forward now either. So it's because the divine is keeping them. So the divine is showing them who truly is in control here, and the path, and will block this path until they come out of this page energy. This is about growing, being courageous, standing up for yourself, being in your truth, speaking your truth. You know, pages need approval. Pages love people who feed their ego, who are fun at the time, who don't challenge them and point out their flaws. So Spirit's blocking this path, blocking them. And making them sit in this. Everything around them is around them, but there's something missing. See, and it was about standing up and being out. See, this is not being approved of. This card represents the opposite of being approved of. See, they're about standing on your own 2 feet. Okay, what else, Spirit? What else do we need to know, though? There's a lot of lies that are being exposed, but you know, they believe the lies. You know, there's a lot of domestic disharmony with these two, and how they appear is not as it is, and people are feeling and seeing it now. See, healing, full healing. All right, let's get some messages. I wish that other message would come back about twin flames that I needed to say. Just give me a minute, I'll have a little think. So basically it was all about where they didn't want to confront their ego and their deep wounds in their ego, okay? And they will go for a false person or a false defined femme or masc, because basically They were naive and they were gullible. And they were naive and gullible because their ego was in there, and this is why they're a piece of cake, like taking candy from a baby, to a karmic or to lower vibrational frequencies. Their mother or father had a lot to do with it too. So approval, you know, there's something about approval, and this karmic approved of anything they did. And a true karmic, or you as a parent, like you can't just idolize your child even when you know they're being naughty or not stepping up or not, you know. There's something going on here too. It's a mother wound. It's a deep, deep mother wound. Yeah. And higher contracts are coming in. That's so. All right, what do they want to say? Because I can't remember what these cards are called. But they're about twin stuff. I'm becoming a better person. I remember every detail of that day. So there you go, Spirit putting them into that energy. I hid behind material things. Oh, here's the confirmation. I'm starting to understand our connection and what happened, because that's why they were sent back in. You and I were, I was too young, meaning immature. So age has nothing to do with it. Okay, I buried myself in my work to forget you, or I do that. So again, they're still not willing to confront. This is why Spirit's holding them. This is why Spirit's blocking them. They're still not ready to confront. They're still operating in illusion, delusion, and addiction to their old energy. And we're all doing that. Look, I can hold in my life right now, I could say, I'm doing that with a couple of things. So, you know, this isn't just at them. Like, we can all take that message right now. I'm grateful for the spiritual lessons. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. We'll get a few more. What else does this person want to say to the collective spirit after they've listened, they've seen what really happened, that you weren't... I'm not available, but I'm so attracted to you. We need each other. What? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm afraid, okay. This is where I'm afraid to contact you. So I'm sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I'm afraid to contact you. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I couldn't let you get close to me. See, they couldn't allow you to come into their heart because you took them into the heart. Queen, High Priestess, Queen of Cups, male or female, vice versa. All right. I'm not available. This is the other side. I'm not available, but I'm so attracted to you. We need to let each other go. That's what they're currently in with their karmic. They're just attracted to them. There's nothing else there. We need to let each other go. They're telling the karmic that there's no growth here. I'm not available to love you. So this person won't let them go. So now over here upside down was, I hope that you can forgive me one day. Now remember I said they believe you'll say go kick rocks. So they think you will not forgive them. I'll wait for a sign from you. I feel you leaving me behind. I can't stop thinking about you. Just being near you is intoxicating. We both know. Okay, I can't stop thinking about it. Now here's the change. Here's the karmic, because that's a whole change of energy. Just by being near you is intoxicating. We both know I'm not the one for you. I know that like they can't come close to, they can't get close to this person. They can't trust this person, this karmic. They can't trust them. I know I crossed a line with you. They did cross a line. I feel you even though we're apart. I wish I could share my good news with you. I want to tell you how I feel. I love you unconditionally. I love you. I felt an end there too. So let's see what else over here. Yeah, I wish I could take back my word. So they've told this karmic thing's committed, probably committed themselves. They wish they could take it back. They may have wanted to be friends with you, and I wonder if you are happy. God, without me. I knew exactly what I was doing. Yeah, finding out the truth crushed me. So they knew what they were doing. It was my fault and I blamed you. Yeah, and I said that earlier. I regret lying to you. I lost myself for a little while. I left you when I saw you with someone else. I replay our conversations. But you know, I want you. But I left you when I saw you with someone else. Now that could be you to your twin or them to you. So I'm actually not feeling that was them. I feel that you're answering the true twin that you're not with, or partner, that you saw them with someone else. You caught them out. You left them. What you want to say. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So the true twin, the one they left for the karmic, wants to say, I know I was a distraction from your pain. You were kind of using me. You couldn't see me for who I was and what we were. I left you when I saw you with someone else. Someone feels the timing wasn't right. I want to feel that way again with you. My life is not as together as seem. I look for you everywhere. I hid who I really am from you. I don't react when people mention you. So they really shut down. They wish things could be different. So they've learned, there's a lesson. The whole message of that is they definitely were learning a lesson, okay? And now they had possession. They are now trapped. Spirit doesn't want me to talk about this. They are trapped. That's the lower vibrational frequency within themselves. So we've got the Ten of Swords, the Devil, we've got the Five of Pentacles here. And possession is someone either possesses them or they have possession. Now that can go on many levels. Now some of you, we're going to go deep and dark here. If they were into spirituality, spell work, some of them went with the darkness, like the dark shadow, the dark witch, the partier, the Jezebel, the, male or female, they've got some really dark spiritual attachments. And I can see here they were doing the work. They were doing that. There is some possession here, but now they are trapped. See, they're trapped, muted. They can't make a move even if they want because of this possession now and what they've signed up to. And what they signed up to was the devil, was the shadow. They're needing life support. I hate that I love you so much. So this person is really maybe not well, maybe not energetically well. But now I'm also getting that, that someone possessed their heart. It was so weird. I had a dream the other night, guys. And this dream was this, and it was not me. It wasn't to do with me. It was a premonition. I know the difference. Someone gave someone a ring and they were bent down. They were holding up this ring. I can describe this ring. It was a blue, I think the blue sapphire with all these diamonds around it, and it was a silver ring, and they were holding this ring, and this masculine took it, and they said, no, I will own your heart. I will own your heart. I will possess your heart if you take this ring. So they did do that. They did connect or commit on some level. If it's not a ring, that can be symbolic, but if they married or whatever, this person possessed, and this masculine in this dream walked in and gave the rings back. So they're trying to reclaim their energy. Yeah, see, stalking, they are watching you or they're being stalked. My soul cries for you. I send sexual energy your way. See, this is what they've got to stop. And they could be dealing with someone who does that to them. We need to place it where it fits because, yeah, that can be possession, or someone having possession over you is through sexual energy. Don't forget me, I'm always with you in the 5D. Illusion is a separation. Please don't lose faith. Union in our union. Boundaries, they had to learn boundaries, and that's what I mean. You were trying to tell them about boundaries, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual boundaries, and this is one of the key things you must learn in a higher divine purpose or partnerships is boundaries, and this person had none. They went for an untrustworthy snake. That snake's coming out of that karmic's mouth. That means this was a true manipulator, a true mimicker, a false front, a liar. But they speak, and they speak venom. And actually there's 3 people. So this person is Jezebel spirit. See that snake that's going into a mouth there and a mouth there. So this is Jezebel spirit. This is someone who, you know, possessed their soul, their heart. Yeah, untrustworthy. Wow, anxiety. They're in anxiety now. They're growing pains, hurt, the worst. This person could be detoxing from something. It can be spiritual. It can be a possession, an entity, an addiction, an alcohol, partying. I don't know, but they're in full. This person's in full, like, distraught, like when you go through a major, wow. Shadow work, I cannot make it up. The possession of this karmic, or what they went into, or what they signed up to, or this possession over their heart, basically put them in their full shadow, and they were like a puppet. See how they think this karmic is a ballerina, a beautiful, graceful, beautiful ballerina, and they're not. Look behind them, there's the shadow. It's all false, it's all fake, and they had them as a puppet. They hate that they love this karmic so much, but again, it's lower vibrational love. It was egoic love. What's this? Yeah, eye contact. See, when I was with you, I knew you found me. I wasn't ready. I thought I had to move, so I ran. We are meant to be, and that I've always known. I've traveled the universe, tripping over stars to find you. So this person went off. They're in deep thought now. They went off. They had options. Oh, that's what I was going to say. They're healing. Okay. All right. That's what I was going to say before. When you meet your twin or higher divine counterpart, or let's say purpose or counterpart in a purpose, particularly a twin or a high divine counterpart, you feel amazing. It is like fireworks. This is the message I keep losing. It's like fireworks. Your energy raises. You look better. Your energy, your confidence, you go into your purity. They lift you into the light. Your twin comes in and shines this big light. So it's like boom, explosion, holding you up into the light like this crystal, reflecting the light through. You look good, and you get this overwhelming confidence, or I feel so great, and it will throw you into your ego. Now, an immature, unevolved person says, oh my God, I'm going to go out there and explore my options. This is in me. I'm this. I can have this with anyone. Can I have this everywhere else? And they look good, and they're attracting opportunities everywhere because their twin and their energy put them in this energy of attraction. A mature person would recognize that, nurture it, put boundaries and protect it and move into it. They don't go out and go, oh, I found a really rare, like I feel so good and so light, and I even look better. I've attracted, my lights have come on. I'm attracting all this attention. So immaturity, ego goes for the attention. Maturity, out of ego or balanced ego, understands I've got a rare find. This is amazing. I need to keep and hold this connection and protect it. They're leveling me up into my full light, and now I've got this magnetic aura, and I need to protect this magnetic aura, and I need to protect my twin, because together we have this magnetic aura. And what they learned when they walked away is they didn't. Stuff started to fall apart very fast when they walked away. Their magnetic attraction went down, and they were only attracting the lower vibrational. So here's the test. It's like when you look good, when you have a glow up, you are going to attract everything in. Your ego's either going to go for that, or your ego will master that and understand it and protect the divine connection. Protect their energy, protect this higher elevation that the divine came in and gave you, and the divine can taketh away. So when they went away from you, they could have thought, oh, she's done something to me, they're attacking me. No, you walked away from your glow up energy, your magnetic energy in the light that your twin activates within you. And when you walk away, it's short-lived. It's like a battery that runs out. And then you go into the lower frequency, and now the karmic looks like glamour girl or boy. And they're not at all. And you can't work out why. And now you do. See, heavy burden. Spirit put them in heavy burden. Deep thought, heavy burden. Here's the cop out. Here's the lower vibration. I keep myself from you because I don't want to hurt you. I think I've done enough damage. Well, don't go into your light. Don't stay in your light. Don't go into the dark. It's easy. It's simple. It's stay in your light. Don't be, just because you're looking good and you're glowing and you can pull in anything and everything you want, that doesn't make you a man or a woman. That makes you a child in a candy shop. When you're a grown man or woman, masculine or feminine, those things they're not important. You already know you have the attraction, and you protect it, and you protect the true connection that gave you that. This divine counterpart that you walked away from, they gave you that, not the karmic. The karmic didn't give you that. The true divine connection gave you that, and you walked away from it and made out that the karmic gave you that. That's where you made a big mistake with the divine. It's like you can walk away and go, oh my God, that person, that was, the energy they gave me, the glow up, the this, the that, the whatever, the glow up within myself, that they raised my vibration. They held me up in my light of me, true love. And you walked away and you thought they were the shadow, and you thought this karmic did that for you. And all these other options, and they didn't. So that's where your ego went wrong. That's where you need healing. Or your twin needs healing, or whoever needs healing. Your silence is destroying me. That's about ghosting. I just want to, how far up? Oh yeah, we've got to, sometimes I wonder if you're better without me. See, again, our union, I just don't want a waiting game. If you've too long a wait or something. Yeah, there could be too long a wait here. I can't stand the thoughts of you with anyone else. My emotions are like angry sea. They want to consume me. I feel like I'm drowning. So basically now they've realized all of this, and they have to sit in it. I don't know the outcome, guys, and I'm going to wrap it up because we can't go into it because everyone's divine journey is different. But the thing is here, it's like that whole when you take for granted or don't see who actually helped you or elevated you or held you in high regard or raised your energy. And this person then just dismiss that. Just, it's not you. You didn't do that for me. And the arrogance. And really they'd never experienced that ever before. All of this change for them came in when they met you. Okay, so they dismissed that and shoved you off to the side and thought they could get this out in the world, and that's what, yeah. And they're keeping to themselves because they betrayed you and they know it. That's a yes. They are going through a tower and reconsidering their direction. We have the Leo card, the overwhelming, and an apology coming. You know, they do see you as the path. Yeah, they put, you know, head over heart, took lust action, and that's what they're in despair about. They're in despair, they're in trigger mode, they're healing. Their home is in absolute chaos. Home could be business home, life, where they're at. They've had to review this contract. Spirits made them review it, and they're overwhelmed. And their biggest mistake was other choices, other lusty choices. All that glitters was not gold. The Jezebels were not there. The choices were the thing that has now got them stuck and trapped and seeing things upside down. The heartbreak is that's what they're in, and they're angry and they're trying to move forward and get victory, but they keep getting resistance. So spirit, maybe, and see, they want to go on the path with their Queen of Cups, who they kind of ghosted and left out in the cold. That's their heart alignment. That's their wish fulfillment. That's their reset cycle. They deceived their true Ten of Cups and happiness. So we're going to wrap it up there, because this is not really about the outcome. This was more about us identifying the lessons within the choices that we made and why we make them. Okay, because there was a lot of different lessons in this. I'll even have to listen back to this reading. There were so many different, you were the caring, loyal, kind, loving, the one that activated them into this. They kind of didn't even recognize that, threw you away, gave it to this other person who fed their ego and made out they were the ones that did it, and they've realized now they're setting in nothing but burden. They've even thought that you were the one probably that caused all this for them, and now they're realizing it was them. It was them and their how they get into their ego, which is just immaturity, by the way. So that's what the healing's about, all right? So, all right, take care. I hope this answered some questions. And I'm going to go and unwrap all my new crystals. It's amazing. I'm going to be doing some great work with it all, and trying to really shift our energies now. Okay, take care, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you.